Hey, this is Don Walters coming to you from TheClinicalTrialsGuruVideo.com. Just want to reiterate on a few things. Number one, for those who never caught Dan and I when we first started doing this blog, just to reiterate on why we're doing this blog, and that is a lot of people, we found that when we went on the internet and we found that a lot of people were asking questions about research. What is research about? You know, looking just for general information so they can understand research at their level and not from the academic level. And so that way they can make an informed decision on whether or not it's something that they want to participate in. And what would happen is that they would immediately get either routed to a recruiter or routed to a clinical site that's trying to recruit them into a study, and they're not sure, hey, wait a minute, what are you trying to get me into? I don't even know anything about this. So a lot of times too, people would just back up. And problem there is that, number one, it could be somebody that definitely could have benefited from that clinical study. They missed out on learning what clinical research is all about, as well as that clinical site also missed out on a potential person that also could have helped them in conducting this study and getting this medication off and moving. So in general, that's it. And we took it to the level where we call it clinical research in plain truth and in plain talk. So anyway, without spending much more time on that, I want to talk about another subject too that I've run across. One of the things I noticed in the area of recruitment, and this information is directed at the clinical sites. I know we all want to get patients in, and we're also trying to manage the dollars that we're given by the pharmaceutical company to conduct this study, so that we're able to go home and have enough money in our pockets to pay our bills and do things with our families. So what we do, instead of either hiring a community outreach person, and paying them a salary or however you pay them, is that we ask the clients to refer someone if they know someone that might be interested. And that's okay at times, but what I see that's happening is that everybody out there and every single client now calls themselves a recruiter. And what I've seen happen is that patients are jumping from study to study to study. They're not being honest about whether or not they just got out of a study so they can go into another study. And I don't know how it happens or how it works, but I've even seen some clients go from one study conducted by a pharmaceutical company into another leg of that study and sponsored by the same pharmaceutical company, and they make it in. I don't know if they're giving fake information to the next site to get them into the door. But you run into a lot of problems because it's become a money-motivated environment. And granted, we all want money. We need money to live. I'm not, knocking that, but we have to be careful. We have to find that balance between the ethics of what we're doing and also money. And as far as anyone out there that's looking to do research, you have to be careful because you're running from study to study, trying different medications back to back. You don't know what type of reaction you're going to have because we're still testing medications. Even in known medications that are on the market, the reason we're still testing them because we're testing them for other indications and other advantages on helping people. So please be careful. And as a clinical site, be aware of who you're telling that to. Hey, refer somebody to me, because again, you're going to have patients out there, especially if you're dealing in the mental health market. You got people that are living on $600 a month, and by the time they pay the rent and buy cigarettes, they have no money left. So they're definitely looking for money, and I'm not knocking them for wanting more money to live on. But we have to be careful on providing that environment where it jeopardizes the integrity of what we're trying to accomplish as well. There is a way to do it, and we'll talk about that at another time. But anyway, this is Don Walters. I'm signing off from TheClinicalTrialsGuru.com. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.